Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So, in my last video, I basically made a build on a meta zero-sum discharge spamming build, and yeah, it focused on the Fatalis weapon, and basically was built around having barely any affinity and all that kind of stuff, but it did a ton of damage. It was very, very strong, and basically in this video I'm going to be showing you a alternative to that build that actually competes really heavily with it, using a Safi weapon instead of Fatalis. So maybe you don't have Fatalis's weapon yet, and you just want something to use in its place, or maybe you want to use something different. I don't know. It's very good though. It competes very heavily with Fatalis's version. So let's just jump right into this. Starting off, awakened abilities, it's just attack because we don't need anything else. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Augmentations, we have attack and health because we don't need affinity anymore because, you know, this weapon doesn't have negative affinity, so it's very easy to get 100%. Now, personal preference, again like last time, agitator, cleaning up your crit. In this case, I have 50% base, so with weakness exploit I get 100%, right? You can remove some crit eye from here. You can remove at least 20, so at least enough. So you could just do that and have an extra 4 slot, and then let agitator clean up. Personally, like I mentioned last time, I prefer to have 100% crit, period. So just across the entire fight, no matter what, and not have to rely on agitator to keep proccing to get 100%. But that's completely up to you. You could remove the expert, put in something else, and have agitator clean it up. I just prefer to have 100% crit, period. That's just a personal preference thing. You could do whatever you want there. Just wanted to get that out of the way. So, of course, we have attack boost 7, because we can actually slot it in now, because I am using the Alatreon gloves this time. The reason why I wasn't using them last time is because overall, slot-wise, and what I needed to get into the build to actually make it work, having these gloves with these boots just didn't cut it, which was unfortunate. But at least in this build, because I don't need to dump as much crit-centric like perks and whatever, and also I don't need handicraft, you can just do it this way, you know, and not do it the Fatalis gloves slash Gamma boots, Velkhana boots, so that's nice. Now, of course, we have Tool Specialist 5, of course, last build had it too. We've got a little bit of Divine Protection, or Divine Blessing, only a little bit this time. Last time we had 5, basically. This time we only have 1 and then 3. We have Coalescence this time, though, which is an extra 12 attack, which is super nice. We also have a bit of Blight Resistance, just to basically make that proccable easier. That also gives us attack 7. So that's nice, I guess. And then we have a bit of earplugs. I had earplugs. Actually, I don't think I had earplugs last time. I'm not sure. But we do have earplugs this time. Basically just for smaller things, really. Obviously, big monsters, this is going to do absolutely nothing with. But it's just kind of nice to have for the smaller monsters when you're using this, I guess. And then in my mantle, honestly, since I already had attack boost 7 and maximum crit, wasn't really sure what to put in here. I was thinking maybe of doing another blight resistance for Coalescence, but Recov Up is pretty nice. It's probably not really that useful to have in the temporal mantle because I can't actually take damage in the temporal mantle, so it's only going to be useful once and then not useful again. So if you want, you could change that. I'll probably change this as well to Blight Resistance slash something else. But yeah, that's just that. And then I have Protection here like last time, because that's pretty helpful for Rocksteady. Obviously Protection does not work with Temporal because you can't get hit. So, well, technically you can't get hit. So yeah, that's that, I guess. So, damage. Comparing it to the Fatalis build, we were getting like, I think the peak was 2,500 and something. You can hit 2,600 and beyond, under the proper circumstances, aka agitator procking, you know, choral orchestra buff, food buff. I did not have a food buff in that video, by the way, and I don't have one now either. So yeah, obviously if you had food buff, it'd be even higher. So starting off, this is unbuffed. Unbuffed, I don't know, 0-some damage, I guess. We are going to wait for this to run out, the total damage. There we go. Alright, so the Fatalis one did about 2,000. Okay, so it's relatively the same right now. They're on about the same level. We are going to do... Well, we already have attack boost 7, which is why these are on the same level. Their attack is very, very similar right now. Surprisingly. Oh yeah, I already ate that. Right, okay. Unfair test. That was already eaten. I guess I'll do a untenderized buff version here. 2,200. That's basically Fatalis damage right there. For the most part. So let me tenderize this real quick. Yep. I'm gonna rebuff just in case that some of them ran out, because it probably did. And then we're gonna hop on that pole and hopefully get around 2,500 damage, which would match Fatalis. Okay, 2,300. That's pretty good. That competes pretty well with Fatalis. This is more of a... I guess this is more of a safer build, really. Obviously, Coalescence would increase that, would have Agitator increasing that. A food buff would increase that. Choral Orchestra would increase that. There's a lot of ways of increasing it. And I guess that's it. Now, bear in mind, this is actually coming pretty close to Fatalis. And it doesn't have purple sharpness. And obviously the weapon itself is obviously worse. So the fact that it came that close is pretty good. If you don't have the Fatalis Switch Axe, this is a pretty good alternative. And maybe, I don't know, you just don't want to use the Fatalis Switch Axe for whatever reason. So you could use this. Maybe if you were pairing Inheritance with something else, you could use this Switch Axe, because it's very, very good, and then have a Divinity on here, you know, or a set bonus perk for whatever it is you want to do. But anyway, that's the build. If you haven't seen my last build, my Fatalis version of this, I recommend checking it out. The builds are quite different to each other, and yeah, they do still come pretty close to each other, despite that. So, yeah. Of course, I'm going to fight a monster at the end of this. Probably be an Elder Dragon again like last time. Not sure what. Haven't really decided yet, but if you want to stick around for that, then go ahead. If not, then thanks for watching, and adios.